For decades, Dolly Parton has charmed the world with her music and vibrant personality. But behind the glitz, there was one person who pushed her to the edge. After years of silence, Dolly has finally opened up about her true feelings, revealing a shocking rivalry that no one saw coming. Who was this mysterious figure, and why did Dolly harbor such intense emotions? Find out now. Dolly Parton has always been admired for her cheerful personality and warm relationships with fellow artists, but recently she shocked fans with a candid confession. Despite her friendly public image, not all of her professional interactions have been smooth. In a recent interview, Dolly revealed that there was one specific person in the music industry who caused her significant frustration. This revelation surprised many, as Dolly is typically known for maintaining peace and avoiding conflicts in the spotlight. By opening up about this tension, she exposed a side of herself that few people ever expected to see. The surprising confession showed that even the Queen of Country had her fair share of struggles, despite keeping a professional image throughout her career. Her honesty about the situation was both eye-opening and deeply personal, giving fans a glimpse into the behind-the-scenes challenges she's faced over the years. For years, rumors floated around about possible tensions between Dolly Parton and another well-known female artist, but Dolly never addressed them directly. That is, until now. In her recent interview, Dolly finally admitted that there was indeed friction with this famous collaborator, though she kept the artist's name under wraps. According to insiders, the tension arose from their very different working styles. While Dolly preferred a quick, emotion-driven process in the studio, her collaborator took a more methodical approach, striving for absolute perfection. This clash in creative methods made working together difficult, leading to a strained relationship that lasted for years. Despite the success of their collaborations, the stress behind the scenes was undeniable. Dolly's recent admission sheds light on how even successful partnerships can be riddled with unseen challenges, as differing artistic visions can turn what should be a joyful process into a difficult one. Despite Dolly Parton's cheerful and positive image, she quietly dealt with intense pressure behind the scenes. While fans saw her as a symbol of joy and warmth, Dolly revealed that working with certain people in the industry was not always easy. One particular artist caused her significant stress, and though she continued to smile for the public, there were moments of deep frustration. Dolly admitted that the pressure to keep her upbeat persona while managing the tension of difficult collaborations took a toll on her emotionally. She wanted to maintain her reputation as someone who got along with everyone, but internally, it wasn't always that simple. As she continued to produce hit after hit, Dolly privately wrestled with the strain, showing that even the most beloved stars face struggles in their careers that the public doesn't always see. Dolly Parton's journey to stardom began in a small cabin in rural Tennessee, far from the glamorous world she would one day conquer. Born into a large family with few resources, Dolly grew up in tough conditions, but music was always a part of her life. Her mother sang church hymns and traditional songs, which sparked Dolly's love for music at a young age. Despite the hardships, Dolly was determined to pursue her dreams. By the time she was a teenager, she was already performing on local radio shows. Her passion eventually led her to Nashville, where she worked hard to carve out a place in the competitive music scene. Dolly's early life taught her resilience and shaped the drive that pushed her through difficult moments in her career. Those early experiences laid the foundation for the artist she would become, helping her handle the pressures she faced later on. The conflict between Dolly Parton and this particular artist reached its peak during one of their major collaborations. Although their work together was a commercial success, behind the scenes it was a different story. The root of the tension stemmed from their vastly different approaches to recording. Dolly preferred a quicker, more spontaneous process, focusing on capturing the raw emotion in the moment. On the other hand, the artist insisted on re-recording tracks multiple times to achieve perfection. This clash in creative styles caused ongoing friction, making the studio environment tense and uncomfortable. The constant disagreements wore on both of them as their visions for the project collided. Despite their professional achievements, the strain between them became too much to ignore, leaving a mark on their working relationship that would never quite heal. Beyond the creative differences, Dolly also struggled with feeling out of place in the artist's social world. The other artist often hosted glamorous parties, filled with high-profile music and Hollywood figures. Coming from her humble roots, Dolly found herself feeling like an outsider in these settings. The sense of not fitting in only added to the tension between them, and the more out of place Dolly felt, the deeper her feelings of resentment grew. Despite these personal struggles, Dolly maintained her professional demeanor in public, never letting on to fans just how uncomfortable the situation had become for her. Eventually, Dolly chose to let go of the frustration and resentment, deciding to focus on her solo career where she had full creative control. Reflecting on the experience, she admitted that while it was a difficult time, it ultimately helped her grow as an artist. The challenges she faced taught her valuable lessons about herself, and rather than letting the negativity define her, she used it to become stronger. Today, Dolly looks back on that chapter of her life with a sense of peace, having moved beyond the conflict and embraced the personal growth that came from it.